back to the Lee's podcast. I'm Emily, and today I'm joined by Kylie and Ellie. We're excited to dive into a conversation about community, what it means to you as a viewer, and what it means on a personal level. We'll explore the differences between the two and how they shape our experiences. So let's get started. Now, on to our first topic, personal reflections on community. Ellie, what do you love most about our community here in Adams County?
Oh, it's so small and like everybody comes in and like they always tell us we don't know have anything to do, even though we
Absolutely.
make up our own fun, and that's the best part.
Exactly. I mean, we're all young and we're all learning, and as we grow, community is going to become such a large part of our life. So we need to learn how to adapt, how to help, and maybe even make it grow. Like, we're young, so we still have that kind of power in our hands. And for me personally, community's always been very important. So if there's any way I can help it grow, help improvements to be made, help it get better, then absolutely count me in. I'll be there. Kylie, what's your favorite thing about Adams County?
I just love how small it is, and I also love that like when you're walking around town or driving around town, you can also kind of like know who almost everybody is.
Yeah, even when I'm doesn't matter if I'm in Bowman or Dickinson or Bismarck, I always run into people I know, whether it's a teacher, a classmate, a friend, a family friend. I always run into somebody I know. And it's weird because my mom's always like, "Gosh, dang it, I can't take you anywhere. You know too many people." I said, "Well, you're raised a big city kids, so get used to it."
Yeah.
Okay, Ellie, we're gonna start with you. What does community mean to you?
I think it means a lot of people just kind of, I mean, it doesn't have to be a lot of people, but people like from the same area
With
with,
similar interests?
yeah, and kind of like with them all being active though, because like so many people are active here.
So many people are active here. I'm gonna add on to that. So many people are active here, and we all work together to make an effort.
Very
Kylie, what
true.
about you?
I honestly agree with Ellie. I think the exact same thing that she thought.
Absolutely, and I agree with both of you. All right, on to our third question for this segment. What is your favorite thing about the people in our community? Kylie, we're gonna start with you.
My favorite thing about our people in our community is probably just like how nice they are.
Yes. Eh. People in our community are extremely forgiving and extremely nice. I recently had a family member fall and get hurt somewhere in town, and a very nice couple stopped to make sure we were okay, and they helped pick my family member up off the ground, and they followed us up to the emergency room to make sure that we got there okay. And I think seeing people like that in our community really tell me that there are still good people still exist. And granted, for some bigger towns that might not be as common, but with us being the smaller community that we are, that's something that I love to see is people working together. And when somebody falls, gets hurt, stumbles, there's always somebody there to back you up. I absolutely love that. That is what has caused me to fall in love with our community. But what do you ladies think about that?
I totally agree with you. I think like whenever anything is like a rough time, our community is always there for each other. We're almost like our own little family.
Exactly. Kylie? And now let's transition onto our final topic, potential community improvements. In your opinion, what's one thing in our community that's perfect just the way it is?
I think it's honestly our people, our style, because we're all country kind of style, and we're all
Absolutely.
like Western, just kind of free and
Free to kind of do
respect.
whatever we want when we want
Yes.
to. Kylie, what do you think?
Honestly, I think our probably one of our places that doesn't need improvements is like our library.
Oh,
Just with like
absolutely.
this big selection of different kind of books that you
And
can
not
get.
only books, but movies and games.
Yeah.
They hold youth group up there sometimes. They
I
have
mean, yeah.
after school programs up there sometimes. Those ladies up there are the best, and I applaud them for all their hard work.
And
They
our
are
churches. Our
and
churches.
churches, yeah.
Churches, yeah.
Absolutely, because I know that we have several congregations here in town, Catholic Church, the Lutheran Church, the Methodists, like they all work together, and honestly, that is amazing to see in a small community like our own.
Go.
All right. What's one aspect of our community that you think could benefit from improvement?
I think some of our sidewalks.
Definitely
Because
sidewalks. And I know the ones around the school, they really need an improvement and they're being worked on, so that's one new improvement to add to the list. Ellie, what do you think?
Honestly, I think they could work on our roads some
yes.
like
And-
our roads better, but
and-
not
yeah.
quite as long as they work on them.
Right. They could lay some new asphalt, new paint, new
Mhm.
painted lines. They could put new gravel down on the gravel roads, like. All right, our final question. What's one business you'd love to see come to our community that would benefit both kids and adults?
a candy shop. Me and my mom have always talked about starting a candy shop, and we would think that everybody in the community would love that.
Oh, absolutely. Watch the little kids just go bonkers in there and like fill up all their little bags at Halloween and just candy all around. Like back where I came from, we had an old candy shop called Fuzzy Wigs Candy, and there was like we had like plush toys, like different kinds of candy. Like I'm talking the weird candy, like toxic waste, and all the weird ones you'd find in like Canada. It was amazing. Like you could find old flavors of chips, and like oh my god, it was so amazing. Weird soda flavors like grass and butter soda.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, that sounds kind of gross.
Everybody thought it was weird, but I thought it was just absolutely amazing. But that's me. What do you guys
I think a sport store, cause like we're so
like?
much
Shields or like
something like
Dunham's?
that, but not quite as big, cause we want to keep it as a small community.
Right.
But a sports
And-
store where like not just basketball, but like the sports that people forget, like
volleyball, swimming, and
No,
football, and
well,
things like that.
kind of, but like the sports they also forget, like our archery,
Our
shooting ranges, and
yeah, gun
stuff like
ranges,
that,
stuff
and
like that.
yeah.
Absolutely, I think that's amazing. Now, is if you wanted to give a shout out to anyone in our community or a business, who would it be and why?
Mine would probably be the hospital, just because they work really hard to do what they do.
Absolutely, and with the small space that they have, they make the most of it. Say they've got an empty room, they could put their heart monitors in there. They could do so many different things in there. Ellie, what do you think?
To all of our veterans, I think, because I mean, they did a really like a
They're the ones that fight for our freedom.
yes.
And we are the reason that we are still free. They are the reason that we are still free today. So and I give a large, I applaud them. Like thank you for keeping us free. The the business I would like to give a shout out to is the local sheriff's office. You guys work so hard for all of us, and from me, my own family, and everyone that we know, thank you for working so hard. Thank you for keeping us safe. That's a wrap on today's discussion about community. We've shared our thoughts, what we love, and ways to make it even better. Thanks for tuning in to the Leaves podcast. Your voice matters, and we'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay connected, keep making a difference, and have a great day, everyone.